closer you will see. Time to meet others who are also living the Moolavie. We'll be talking about money, life planning and fun, so that you can live your life and money on purpose. Whether you choose to walk or to run, see how having a financial plan can be so much fun. Whether you choose to walk or to run, see how having a financial plan can be so much fun. Stay as long as you can, make sure to come back again. Have a coffee or tea and learn about living the Moolavie. Welcome to Living the Moolavie community.
Hey everyone, it's Kevin Giebert, Kevin Leonard Giebert here, author, stand-up comic, and singer-songwriter, and welcome to today's edition of Living the Moolavie Live, just like it says in the top right-hand corner of this video that you are looking at. And I thought we'd talk about today letters. You know, I might be dating myself, but I do remember watching Sesame Street, and I know it's still on, but it's not like the old stuff. And they would say, today's episode is brought to you by the letter, and then this episode is brought to you by the number. Yeah. So today, this episode of Living the Moolavie Live, before I forget, hashtag Moolavie, MOOLAVIE, or hashtag yes, YES, below if you'd like to learn more about the Living the Moolavie community. And also, hashtag today, hashtag 7. Yes, just the number 7, or letters SEVEN. And I will make sure, since today we're talking about letters and numbers, I will make sure that you get a digital download of my album 7 that you can see on iTunes and Spotify, wherever you may be listening to your music. So, subject to supplies lasting, of course. But this episode is brought to you by the album 7. And thank you also goes out to Michelle Carlisle, who is the co-singer-songwriter, and Rob Begg, who is the producer extraordinaire of this album, which is called 7 because there is 7 songs, and also because I was called 7 by my great-grandmother back when I was growing up, because she couldn't say the consonant K, so I was always 7. My name is Kevin, and she lived to 107. So it's great rhyming for the chorus for that song. But I digress. But if you look at, so today's episode is brought to you by the number 21, because I'll be talking about the 21st chapter in my book, Financial Photographs: How to Talk to Your Family About Money. The actual title of the book is called, or the title of the chapter is called Recession, Recovery, and the Alphabet. So we'll dive into that in a quick second. And today's episode is brought to you by the letters L, V, U, and W. Or another way, L, U, V, and W, which will be the way that we discuss the letters in this episode of Living the Moolavie Live. So if we dive in to chapter 21, Recession, Recovery, and the Alphabet, I'll ask you 3 questions. How can you build a financial plan that will react well to stock market volatility? But since we're talking about life too, how can you build a financial plan that will react well to those planned and unplanned, unfortunate events that might fall on your plate without you even realizing or planning for it? Second question. Do you look at a market recovery as an investment opportunity or further risk? So do you see life, when you have to recover from the hurdles in life, do you see that as an opportunity or as further risk as well? And then third question is, what can you do if you hear the term, "it is different this time," when it comes to commentary on the markets? But also, what can you do if you hear the term, "it is different this time," when it comes to what happens in life? So the three letters of the alphabet, we will start with the letter L. Now, the letter L is when it's talking about recession recovery, it's basically talking about the market going down and then, let's see the video correct here, and then straight. Okay, so it's doing well or doing, it's up above water and then it goes down and then it goes that way, straight. Okay, so in life, you be living life and then something happens and then now you're living in a new life, new lifestyle, but it's kind of flat in the sense of a change of pace. Okay. And then the next letter is the letter U. And that is a U-shaped market recovery where basically you're starting here and then you are going like a letter U. So you're starting up here and then you're going and then you're recovering and life is changing. You get over that hurdle, that unfortunate event, that loss of job, that divorce, whatever have you, and then you are getting back to life being normal. And the third letter is the letter V. Now, when you're talking the letter V, it's a little bit more drastic, I guess you could say, in recovery than the letter U. Okay, because the U, of course, we're going like this. The V is basically like this. You start up here, right? Then you're going down, and then right away you're going up. You start here, you go down, and then right away you're going up, right? So it's U is basically whether you're talking about stock market or life, it's kind of you're going down and then you're kind of sitting in the bottom, kind of like you're, I don't know, a swing. No, that wouldn't be a good example. And anyways, you know what I mean, where you're going in and then you're going up. You're going down and then you're going up. But the letter V is you're going down and then all of a sudden you're going up. You're going down and then right away you're going up. So you got to be really ready. It's kind of like coming to a red light and then all of a sudden it hits green, right? And of course you got to make sure the intersection is clear before you go, but it's one of those drastic things. And I guess it could be, if you think of the word improv, in my community, live in the Moolavie community, one of my programs that were in my community is called Improv or Improve. So it's the word improve, but if you take away the E, it's improv. And really that would look at in the V is because something, you're here and then something happens and then you have to, when things go up, you really have to think on the spot. You got to improvise, that sort of thing. So, improv, you might think of that improv as, something on the comedy stage where, you're on actors or comics are on stage, people are on stage, and then they basically pick something out of the hat that they have to act out or sing or something like that, right? So we've got L, we've got L, okay? We have got U, we have got V. Now, the last letter for today is the letter W. Oops, I just did V again. Okay, just bear with me. I'm learning this technology on the spot here. The letter W. Now, as you can see, there is 2 V's in a W. Okay? But if you're looking at the W, you are going from here down and then up again, but then down again and then up again. So you're going down and then you're going up, but then you're going down and then you're going up again, right? So it's like a double improv. And the W, depending on the font that you're using, let's see the font we're using here. Okay, it's the lines at the bottom are pretty. It's not like a V, right? It's not quick. It's a little bit. It's the same font, but anyways, you get what hopefully you get what I'm getting at, is that you're having the down and then you're waiting or something, a timeline. Okay, so maybe that W stretches more than this studio here, right? But anyways, if you have your here and the W, so you're going down, then you're going up, then you're going down, and you're going up, and that's what can happen in the market, and that's what could happen in life too. That brings up why not share it? Or why not speak about it? I've mentioned it before. But April 2015, my mom was in palliative care, and my marriage was ending, or it ended up ending anyways. But so there was I don't think it's really a W, but it's 2 like whammies hitting at the same time, and I guess the letter L would work better than that, 2 L's. But basically motions, you're going down and then, well, it didn't really rise and go down. Kind of both of them went down together. So I guess thinking about it, it's probably more like an L if you go through a loss. And then hopefully at the end, there is a spike back to not normal, of course, because after a loss, life's not normal. But yeah. So there's a thought. This is live. This is filmed live. So let's see what other. I'll think about that. I'll think about what letter can work when it comes to loss in your life as you get back, because that's April 2015, so that's a few years ago. But of course, anniversaries always bring up things, and so maybe a W could be like every year, or that would be more like a V. You're up, then you come down when you remember it, and then it takes you a bit to get back, and then you come down again. It's kind of like a continuous W, I think. Yeah. So you're all high, and then you get down, and then you go up, and then a year later on the anniversary, you go down a bit, and then you go up and you go down. So it's a continuous thing. So is it a Buzz Lightyear? Buzz Lightyear is infinity and beyond. Well, let's just say when it's grief and loss and all that stuff, let's just say it's a W to infinity, and beyond. So let's leave that there a little bit more somber. Sorry about that. But life is life, and when you're doing live video here, your thoughts can go places. So thank you very much. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you, and appreciate you checking this Living the Moo La Vie episode out. And today's episode was brought to you by the number 21, the letter L, the letter U, the letter V, and last but not least, the letter W. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are checking in this wonderful world and life we live. With Moo La Vie, it is money, moolah, and c'est la vie en français. Thank you, Ms. Greenwood in high school. Moo La Vie, where I want you. My goal is for my viewers and my clients and those that I work with, outside of being a client, is students of my community, members of my community, is that each one of you will live your life and money on purpose. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye-bye.